A couple of weeks ago now, I modded my 2DS that I used to play on all the time. I have so many memories with the DS, and I'll maybe talk about that later, but yeah, I modded it, and I just wanted to talk about why I did it, how I did it, and the stuff I'm going to do with my DS now. Now, let me talk about why I did it. There have been a lot of storms happening in my area right now, and the power goes out a bunch and my Wi-Fi goes out a bunch, so I was like, hey, what can I do to pass the time? And I had my DS, and I had an old SD card that I used to use for my Switch. So, I looked up a bunch of tutorials, and I figured out how to do it. I'm going to go more in depth into that later, but I modded my DS so that I could just play whenever I have nothing else to do. Also, there's just a bunch of games on the DS that I just haven't played in a super long time, or have never played at all, that I just really want to experience. Now, the way I did it was I literally just followed a tutorial on YouTube. There's not much else to say. I didn't think of a super unique way of doing it. I literally just followed a tutorial, downloaded the custom firmware that they gave me, and just did it. I will leave links to the website that I used and the YouTube tutorial that I used. I will also show some of it on screen. It was a really useful tutorial. It was just really nice to use, and yeah, it worked. Real quick, I want to give some honorable mentions to some of the games I'm going to play later, some of the games that I haven't touched yet. A lot of the Pokemon ones I just haven't touched yet. It's just because I haven't been feeling in a Pokemon mood lately. So, all of those, really excited to play. Emerald, Sun and Moon, X and Y, those games, I'm definitely going to play them, I haven't yet. Another game that I'm really excited to play is Super Mario 3D Land. It's a very underrated game. I've played a little bit of it recently. It's so much fun, but I haven't really I haven't beaten it yet. And then lastly, for the honorable mention section for games I'm going to play is Fire Emblem Awakening. I've been wanting to get into Fire Emblem. I find some of the characters interesting. I mainly have exposure to them through Smash Bros, but I'm actually really excited to play Fire Emblem. I really like the gameplay, or at least I think I'm going to enjoy it. So yeah, those are my honorable mentions. Now on to the games that I actually have played so far, and I'm really excited to tell you about those. The games that I've already played, I've played Pokémon Rumble, both World and Super. So much fun. I actually really like the Pokemon Rumble games. Honestly, I could make a whole video talking about them. I think they're very underrated in terms of Pokemon side games, because whenever you think of Pokemon side games, the first one that you think of is Mystery Dungeon, and then after that it's Coliseum and XD. No one really talks about Pokemon Rumble, and it's a really fun game. I think it's super underrated. If you have it, play it. If you haven't played it, figure out a way to, because it's so much fun. Another game that I've played is Super Mario Bros. DS and Super Mario Bros. 2. Both of those games are so great. I remember playing them when I was super young. The blue shell has always been my favorite power-up in Mario, and it's just so much fun to play those games again. So far, I am in World 5 on New Super Mario Bros. 1, and in New Super Mario Bros. 2, I am on World 2. I'm so excited to just keep on playing those games every once in a while. It is just so much fun. Real quick, I just want to talk about why I think you should mod your DS if you have one. It's just so much customization. I mean, there's apps for wallpapers and themes, there's music ones, there's even games. You can, load up a ROM hack on your DS now, and it is just so much fun. I think that, if you have a DS that you haven't used in a long time, I think it will really bring life back into the system. I just think it's so much fun. And that's pretty much it. I modded my DS. I'm gonna have a lot of fun playing some old games that I've loved since I was a kid, and some new ones that I haven't played at all, like Fire Emblem Awakening. I am super excited to just play this thing all the time. It's gonna be so much fun. I love the DS. It's up there with my favorite portable console. It's a great Nintendo product. I think it's one of the best that they've made, and I'm just all around excited to play so much DS. And with that, I'm gonna leave you with a little note here. I'm sorry that this video is so short, but I just really felt like talking about a DS, and trust me, there are more videos up in the works. And with that, goodbye.